Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance. I'm Dr. Carmen Harra, and tonight we're going to talk about, to me, the most interesting topic of all topics. We're going to talk about how to balance your energy, and we're going to discuss the whole idea how to elevate energy and what is energy all about, because everything is in the field of energy. Everything that enters your life is a reflection of your energy. Energy dictates what you attract. Energy has to flow. It flows smoothly through you. And it should always be in balance. But different circumstances can disrupt your energy flux. And for instance, toxic people, a crazy situation, a demanding family, a draining job. When you feel like your energy is so low. I remember I went to the gym the other day, and one of the people at the gym complained that his energy was extremely low. And when your energy is off, you feel it. So that person was like almost falling on the floor. Now, negativity sometimes creeps in and makes you feel that energy is stuck. There's another thing that I found is interesting. You know, we always talk about diseases. Disease means disconnect. So when there's a disconnect in the flow of energy, a sickness will happen. But the energy flows through your body. We talk about the Kundalini energy, the energy that flows along your spine and through the points of energy. There are different centers of energy that are called the chakra point. And there are 7 chakra points. In fact, there are 9 chakra points. So there's the 7 points along the spine, and then there are 2 points of energy in the hands. Because the hands are the ones that distribute the energy. They absorb. The left hand takes the energy, and the right hand sends the energy. So this is the way we transfer the energy. The center of the energy is the solar plexus around the rib cage. That's where the energy is centered. Now, if you think of the fact that when somebody dies, you know, we always put the hands of a dead person on the solar plexus, like closing the flow of energy. So if the energy is not in that body and the energy is exiting the body, in order to stop the transfer of energy and receiving the energy through your hands, you actually use the hands and put them on the solar plexus, that is the center of the energy, and this is the way you close the flow of energy, so that actually the disconnect between the body and the energy flow is happening. So that's called actually the physical death. But the energy survives after disconnecting from the body and continues to exist in another field in a different way. And it converts, you know, that's one of Einstein's theory, energy converts into the matter, into the physical. So here is the whole philosophy and the whole theory of reincarnation, like coming back in the physical world from the field of energy. It's just so fascinating. But the whole idea of these diseases is the disconnect in the field of energy somewhere in one of the points of energy. And this is the way somebody becomes actually sick. A disease comes as one of the points of energy is not functioning properly and is not fueled with the correct energy. So then the disease will happen in the area of your heart, in the head, in the stomach area, where the center points of energy exist. So it's extremely important to know how to transfer your own energy where you're losing in the field of energy. So let's say you have a headache. You put your left hand on the solar plexus, which the left hand absorbs, and the right hand transfer the energy. So you put your right hand on the forehead where the pain is, or whatever the pain might be, in your knee, or in your shoulder, or on the stomach area. So whatever the pain is, the transfer of energy will happen. So consequently, when we transfer energy, immediately you feel better. The pain goes away. This is also called Reiki. So sometimes people go to other Reiki masters to do this technique, or you can do it on your own. The danger is going of other people, that they can actually take your energy away instead of transferring it. So there's some danger into it, unless that person is not evolved enough. Consciously or unconsciously, that person actually absorbs your own energy and makes you even get worse. So it's extremely fascinating how the work of energy. Now, I had on the show John Sweeney, who does energy healing, so from a distance. So he actually can work with you from any part of the world and transfer energy through this Qigong techniques, in which energy can be transferred from anywhere in the world. So that's another fascinating way of charging your body with the energy that you're missing. So as I said, I'm going to talk much more about how energy is everything, and everything is comprised in the energy. So we are, like we used to say, we are souls or energy being, and then we have consciousness. And consciousness cannot be destroyed, but it can be transformed. The same thing can happen to the energy. Let's say you can consider a situation that is bad, and you can transmute that energy and turn that situation into a good one. Well, let's put it this way. Our energy is high, and when the energy is high, you feel amazing. When we experience physical illnesses, disconnect, emotional shock, mental trauma, which happens to a lot of us, our energetic integrity weakens. So consequently, we feel very tired, and as I said, we start to develop sicknesses. So in order to heal this, you have to know how to clean the energetic blockages. So never allow an energy block to happen to you. So when good energy flows freely, your body is healthy, your mind is at peace, your soul is unburdened. The first step to heal your life is heal your energy. So I've seen so many books about how to heal your life, but this is essential to healing your life, by understanding the energy field, and elevate your energy field. Now, we used to say sometimes that around our body there's this biofield of energy, this called auric field, that needs to be as pure as possible. When we disconnect from the physical body and the so-called death happens, all we see a pure light. We enter the field of energy, so we start seeing the light. And the light beaming around us, that's the first thing that happens. And it's a pleasant sensation, because you disconnect from your body, enter the auric field, and from there you move forward into the next into the next step forward, into the next frequency, into the next dimension. But it is absolutely extraordinary how tapping into the field of energy and allowing the field of, so in other words, protecting the field of energy, so that the field of energy is always pure and clean. It's essential. Many times I tell people, make sure you do something not to absorb impurities into your biofield. And impurities can come from the energy of other people. Have you ever sit in a bus or somewhere near somebody whose field of energy was so toxic, and you felt sick leaving that bus, and you felt something weird, and you cannot explain what was going on with you, couldn't explain what was happening? or after you have a fight with somebody, and those are vampires of energy. You feel depleted of energy. You feel like you almost lose yourself. You feel so weak. Those are people absorbing your energy field. And usually vampires of energy will take your energy field by what? By creating a conflict. So when you create a conflict, I attack psychologically that person, but you actually attack the energy field. So I tell you, it's so essential. I think probably this is the most important show I've ever done, because talking about being healthy, talking about being creating, talking about being balanced, talking about being at peace, talking about creating well-being in your life, talking about having stability, all comes from the field of energy. If in your field of energy there's toxicity, there's impurities, and if the field of energy is weakened, it's like your immune system is weak. You cannot achieve anything. You cannot break through. And a lot of us can feel attacked. Like, I want to take your calls in a minute, and I want you to let me know whether, whether you think that I'm having a point, and whether you think you relate to this, or you have any questions that might, interest you. Because I see Rose, Robin, Christina, Leilani, all of you guys that are listening to my show, relate to what I'm telling you in your private life, in your own life. And one of the things that has been always said about teachers of the world, like Jesus Christ, that his field of energy was so huge. And so the biofield of energy was so powerful that he didn't even have to touch you. Or when you tap into that field and were coming closer to him, you were feeling healed, because that energy was healing your own field of energy. So that means to be an elevated spirit, you can work on sometimes closing your eyes and expand your field of energy, like seeing that the energy around you is more and more powerful. See how it grows and gets bigger and crosses the house, the street, the town, the state, the country, crosses the ocean. So this means connected to the higher force of energy. You plug your own source of energy into the universal source. This is the way to heal. Now, I don't know, I probably mentioned this before, but Saint Germain the Prophet lived closer to 300 years. Now, there are others who lived that long, through thousands of years and thousands of years, but he was the one that was known by walking with the hands up, like he was walking and his hands was always up in the sky. And the reason he was doing it, because from the universe, he knew how to absorb that cosmic energy and fuel it into his own. So consequently, he prolonged his life to a very long life. And I believe that that's essential. So when prayers are done like this, using the hands, Jesus made all his miracles with the left hand, that takes it from the universe. He raised his left hand up, not the right, because the right only sends. The one that absorbs, the hand of the miracle, is actually the left hand. And if you ever feel sometimes somebody trying to hurt you, a way to protect yourself is like raising the left hand, so that you indirectly don't allow that to penetrate your field of energy. The salt and the water has power. We're drawn to the ocean. And the reason we're drawn to the ocean, because it has the salt, that is the mineral, associated with what? Edison discovered the light through the salt. So the light, the electricity, what we have in our homes, the light, it has something to do with the salt, the mineral that is associated with, and we cannot live without salt in the food, and the blood is salted, and the tears are salted. So never forget this reality about us. But good things and bad things happen to us on a daily basis. Sometimes you wake up feeling great. Sometimes you wake up feeling awful. Sometimes you get flooded with with all kinds of bad news. Sometimes you get flowers from your husband. Sometimes you get a parking ticket. Sometimes the road is clear to work. Sometimes you hit a wall of traffic. You spill your coffee. You come late 2 hours. Hey, wake up to life. No, this is life. Life is yin and yang. This is up and down, minus and plus. And my late father, who was a very wise man, I'm so grateful to his soul. He always used to tell me life is plus and minus, so consequently life is algebra. In order to create the equal, you have to take the plus and the minus, and you create the equilibrium. But the biggest problem is not the flux of positive and negative that influences our life, which is, as I said, part of our existence. The biggest problem is when this negative energy creeps in from all sides and takes over. Think about your life when the energy takes over. You feel like you're caught in a hurricane of terrible things happening all at once. And it's dangerous to get stuck in a cycle of bad energy because we can perpetuate it and we feel like, will I ever get out of it? Will I ever be able to clear this energy? So that's what the danger is. So if you allow yourself to become negative, reminding yourself that everything is going wrong, then you become more negative. So I know it's easy to say, but try to have a positive mindset, because a positive mindset is like a self-fulfilling prophecy, believe it or not. So when you believe something is positive, you take action that will reflect that belief. So what you think you become and what you believe, it's what you achieve in life. So when you don't believe something is positive, you give up immediately and you don't put in the necessary effort. I'm going to go to a break and then I'll take your calls. And I'm grateful that you listen to the show.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back, and we are talking about how significant it is to understand the field of energy and to remain optimistic, and to know how to work, to know the secret of working with the energy field. In the real world, your actions start to pay off and good things start to manifest when you believe something good is going to happen. But you're probably going to tell me, yes, I tried this, but it's not really working, and I put all the good energy, but bad things continue to happen. You know, action might take a while to see the effects, because everything is connected in the field of energy. It's like what happens when you drop a stone in a pool of still water. Ripples emanate. So all of our actions send waves of energy outward, affecting others in ways greater than you can imagine. So some action create what I call it karma, memories, because you are hurting other people, or some action that are loving and kind create that excellent karma. So karma meaning the memory, because we operate on our memory. So I'm going to give you some principles that invite good energy in. So in order to invite the good energy, I think, first of all, you have to have the knowledge. So what I'm doing today, I try to give you my knowledge of it. So when you learn, you thrive in life, because knowledge empowers you to make educated decisions. So you have to immerse your life in learning. It doesn't mean you have to go to NYU for that. It doesn't mean you have to go to an Ivy League school. You can just have a computer and try to learn different things. Knowledge is your catalyst towards progress and evolution. And I think that when it comes to building your energy, you have to invite good energy in by having knowledge about what energy is all about. How can you create the good energy, and how you can work with that. Another thing is the gratitude. We always talk about gratitude, but if you have an attitude of gratitude, you have a different image of the world, you know. Even if you have hardship, the hardship are always balanced by a reminder of the blessing that are in your life. I've seen people that struggle so much, but every day they are grateful for their health, for the supportive people, for a stroke of life, for the sunshine. I will never forget, I was like 17, 18, and I was in high school, and we had a teacher asking us, what do you think of how we envision our future? What will make us happy? And what will make us be grateful for? And I remember all my other friends and colleagues, they said, oh, I want to be married to a millionaire. I want to have that house. I want to have that much money. So their perception of what will make them happy was all materialistic, and there was one of them who said, oh, I'll be very happy if, you know, my health will be okay, my family will be okay, and I'll have my coffee and my cake in the morning. So that was such a contrast to everybody else envisioning their future, up, achieving I don't know what, and getting all those money in and all those degrees. So it all depends how you look at life, you know. So it's easier to become blind to your problems when you choose to focus on the miracle that right in front of you. So that's why I'm saying give thanks. Give thanks, everything. Give thanks right now, you know, that we are together, that we are communicating, that we are understanding something, that we are learning something. Another thing is patience. Now we all talk about patience, but patience we know is the most difficult virtue to learn. And it's very difficult to practice, because patience gives the single greatest reward. It gives you peace. When you're patient, you have reassurance that things will manifest in their own given time. Also acceptance, because when you're patient, you develop acceptance. So acceptance allows you to distinguish between what's worth putting your energy into and what's best to living alone. So when you accept, you give up your struggle. Love, nothing is so bad that cannot be cured by love. Is the most powerful emotion. Also, I believe that doing affirmation is an extraordinary way to speak your wishes into existence. And metaphysically, affirmation affects the universal consciousness that is actually the spirit world. So when you think them, you change your body's energy field. So if you feel your energy is low, and you don't see the light anywhere, then you have to start using the words, because believe it or not, our words reach God, and God was created through the words, because at the beginning there was the sound. So the sound was so powerful, creating the world of God and creating God. So remember that thought is an inner activity, while speech is an outward effect. So that's powerful. Thought isn't just an activity happening within yourself, but when you speak, you put that energy into the universe. So it's important to speak your positive thoughts, so the universal consciousness will respond in kind, so that you should be aware of your thoughts and affirmations. So be aware what you're sending into the energy field. So I'm going to go and take some calls tonight, and I'm going to share later on some things that I think are very important for you to know in terms of some affirmation, and also some ideas that I have, or action that I always take, and I suggest you should take to elevate your energy overall in your life. It's important to elevate it. Like in everything in life, it's important to progress and to move forward. Another thing I want you to know, that I'm in London celebrating, having a big event on the 26th in London at the at the Indian Hotel on the rooftop in the center of London, Leicester Square, at 6 p.m. 26th of September. If any of you listening to the show happens to be in London, I have the launch of my new album, 11 songs, created by me and by Shiva Production, and released by Eurostar, a company that I signed with. And I'm going to have a lot of celebrities in London. I'm going to have Adam Blackman, who has a big TV show in London, coming to the event, and some people from BBC, from Harra Radio, that are invited, and they're coming at the show. We're going to have a lot of fun. People at the Daily Mail will be there, so you're very welcome. But for you to get in, you need to be on a list. So make sure you write me at Carmen Harra if you live in London or happen to be in London, and I'll put you on the list, because it's a red carpet event with celebrities, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to listen to music. The event is free. Doesn't cost a dime to get in. All you need, send me an email at CRMEN, Carmen Harra, and let me know if you're coming, so I can put you on a list. So it's the 26th of September at 6 p.m. London time, and it's at the Indian Hotel on the rooftop in Leicester Square in the center of London, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to see you. Any of you who want to be part of the launching of my album, you're very welcome. So I'm going to go and see who wants to talk to me. I know there's quite a number of people tonight. And I'm going to go to Rose in California. Hi, my dear Rose.
Oh, hi. I'm so happy to be talking to you.
Good. So I have a great topic, Rose. I so believe that everything in life is about energy, you know. It's knowing how to work with your energy field, can keep you in good health, can help you handle life, can keep you in a state of balance, can make you have a smile on your face, can help you handle everything that you're going through. So do you have any questions to be of anything? Yeah. I'm
I wanted, actually, my question I originally didn't think was related to this topic, but I realized it really is, because everything goes back to energy.
Everything.
I wanted to know if in this lifetime, if my dog would accept another dog if I adopted another dog.
So I'm trying to understand. So you're asking me about your dog who's here or who's passed?
Yeah, here. Yeah, if I adopted another dog, I mean, would he accept that? Would he still be happy?
Well, that's a beautiful question. I will tell you what. I lost a dog recently, and I tell you, my heart is broken and will continue to be broken for the rest of my life. It's a pain I cannot describe. I lost my husband to cancer. I lost a lot of people I love. But I want to tell you, I have another dog. The dog that is alive suffers so much. Every single day he cries. He goes in the place where the other dog used to be, and he cries like a baby. And I don't know what to do. But I will tell you something interesting to answer your question. Exactly like a man and a woman, two people, they have to match. If the energy doesn't match, two people will never get along. It's a way that people don't really think, because sometimes people get involved because they feel attraction to each other. But this comes true about animals. What is your dog? Is he a male or female?
He's a male.
So usually male, and sometimes alpha male, they have a hard time accepting another male. So my dog is an alpha male, so he will never love another dog in the house that is a male. But if I'll bring him tomorrow a female dog, he will adore that dog. You understand? Plus, he got used to that particular type of dog. So how old is your dog?
My dog's 7.5. He tends to like males. He doesn't dislike female dogs, but he tends to like male dogs.
It means he's not an alpha male. You know what I mean? It means he doesn't have that dominant male energy, because some of us, we have dominant male energy. Some women have dominant male energy. When I shake hands with Hillary Clinton in my life first time 20-something years ago, I was feeling I'm shaking hands with a man, because the male energy was so strong, such a strong character. You understand what I mean? There are men that have female energy. I think Barack Obama had a female energy. He was so kind, so sweet, so loving.
Yeah.
So that comes true to all of us, comes true to animals. So it depends which energy dominates. And regarding, according to the energy field, you have to find a dog that he will get along with. I personally see you bringing a dog. I tell you what I see intuitively. There's 2 years old, like a younger dog than him, and a different color of dog, you know what I mean? And a different breed. And I feel he will adore that dog, and they will play together and love each other. Animals love each other. In so many respects, we should learn from them, because they so unconditionally love each other. We condition our love. Very rarely you see. An animal will give his life for you. That's why we're so attached to dogs, so the dog will die for you. But no human has ever died for a dog. You know what I mean? No human has ever died for another human other than Jesus Christ. And we all say we cannot be Jesus Christ because not that good. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to say we're not sacrificing for another human or for anyone else. But an animal will do it. They have a different understanding of death. They have a different perception. They're way more intuitive than we are. They're more intuitive. My dog knew that the other dog is going to die and warned me. My dog that is alive knew when my husband is going to die. And he barked and barked and barked and came and looked in my eyes, and he told me that my husband is going to die. He warned me. So they are so intuitive. So what I'm trying to tell to you, there is this dog that you bring that is younger, different breed. For some reason, I am tempted to believe is a male. For some reason, I may be wrong.
Okay.
I would advise you to show him the dog first. You know what I mean? To see, because they immediately see whether they get along. I see that this dog comes into your life, this other dog, through the help of a friend of yours. There's either this person is referring you, either bringing you the dog or telling you something about a dog. It's not that you go out there and look for the dog. Indirectly, the dogs come to you. Does it make sense?
Okay. Is it a small or large dog? Do you see?
It's a smaller dog. But it's not a tiny dog. It's not smaller, the Chihuahua. No, it's like a middle-sized dog, but it's not that big of a dog, not those 100-pound dog. No. So it's like some kind of I'm listening.
I'm sorry. I guess when he was like about, I guess I want to say 4 months old, I got a reading from an animal intuitive, and they said he wanted to be the only dog in this lifetime. And for a long time...
I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. Not for a second, no. Animals don't want that.
I've been feeling a lot of guilt.
No, the animals love the company of others. And even us humans, we don't want to be alone. No loneliness, no.
Yeah.
I tell you, I can see how this one suffers for being alone. They don't want to be alone. No, not at all. But they want to be with somebody where there's a match in the energy field. And that comes through to us as human beings. If you got to involve in a relationship with somebody who's not your match, you better be alone. Because then you argue and then you constantly are in conflict. And that comes through to animals. But I promise you, from my intuitive side of the brain, that I see you bring in a dog relatively quickly with the help of somebody around you. And it's just when you put the energy out there in the universe, the intention in the universe, like I want to bring this dog in, and the dog will just happen. Somebody is telling you about the dog, and the dog is just manifesting. And I see this dog. It's a lighter color, middle-sized dog, adorable, and they will get along. They will sleep like one near each other, and they will be best buddies. Like, yeah. You will see, yeah.
That really
and I don't know if
I
can send you somewhere a video of my 2 dogs playing, and you can see love like you've never seen in humans. Like the little one, because I had a little one and the bigger one, and the little one was jumping on the big one and kissing him and hugging. Oh my God, the love those 2 had together. So animals can love each other. It really, really, genuinely, authentically. So I want you to have this dog, and I promise you will have a wonderful dog. And it's going to be good for your soul, too. And it's it's not an older dog, younger dog, like a 2-year-old or something like this.
Oh, my God, I'm so excited because I've been feeling guilty about
no guilt is
reconciling, like...
No guilt, no guilt.
Oh, my God,
absolutely
I'm so excited.
Good. Okay, my love.
Wow.
All right, my beautiful
Rose. I really appreciate your reading, and I want to say I'm so sorry for your dog.
I don't think you can imagine the pain. I mean, you can because you have a dog, but I tell you, I have a friend of mine that's texting me as I do the show. She has a 19-year-old dog. I've had a dog living 19 years old. 19. Rarely, 1 in a million. Usually they don't live that long. This woman offered this dog the best life on planet Earth because she said, this dog is my life. But this woman is married. She has 3 kids. She has 7 grandkids. But the dog is the love of her life. And she wants this dog to be alive, giving him CBD, carbon 60 to prolong his life.
Yeah.
Giving him acupuncture, giving him the best steaks on planet Earth, everything that's best just to make him feel happy. And now she's in the hospital with him. And she said, if I lose this dog, I'm going to lose my life. So you can imagine the attachment that a human can have to a dog that is actually the best friend. Yeah. So, yeah, I tell you,
I love you.
Right.
Heart goes out to your friend as well.
I love you,
Thank
Rose.
you so much.
I send you a big kiss, and I adore you. And phone me anytime, Rose. Okay, my love.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, love. Thanks.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
I'm Fidel Nshombo. I was born in a city called Bukavu in the Congo. We were a loving family, and then, boom, everything that I had disappeared in a single day. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America and all your problems are done, they don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. I was not born a refugee. I was made one.
It's time we welcome refugee families with open arms. Learn more at embracerefugees.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
And I'm back, and we're talking about action that we need to elevate the energy. And I don't think I will have enough time to speak about everything that excites me when it comes to energy and how we can, prosper if the energy is healthy. But I'm going to go take your calls. I'm going to go to Christina in Ontario. Hi, my Christina. How are you, my love?
I'm so glad and excited. And hello?
Yes,
hello?
my dear. How are you?
Oh, hi, Carmen. Hi. I'm so glad and grateful that you take you took me. I'm so glad to talk to you. I'm grateful. I want to tell you, Carmen, that I love your work. I read some of your books. I am really passionate about whatever you do. I'm really, really excited to talk to you. And this is one of a topic that I love it, how to elevate the energy. And I was related to everything you said before. I think the energy is connected to everything.
To everything, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, Carmen, my question was, and I see really my question is related to the topic. My question is about health. I am in good health. My health is not, it's okay, I'll say, but I was vegan for 1 year, and this year on my blood test, the iron was a little bit low, and now
when you go vegan like this, then the iron goes down, the magnesium goes down. So some of the minerals in the body can drop. I tried the vegan thing, and then I realized that it's not necessarily the best way to go, because you need to bring more protein to the body, and that's some things, specific minerals in the composition of the body that you really need. Did you do a full panel of your when you go to an endocrinologist, they do the full panel. They measure the level of the calcium. They measure the level of the B12. They measure the level of the magnesium. They see the level of the D3. They check on all the hormones. So they check on the cortisol. Which kind of a test did you do?
I didn't do that, so I did the basic one,
and what was wrong in the basics ones? Tell me what was wrong.
The iron. Oh, the iron.
Yeah, of course. The minerals. That's exactly it. But the minerals you can supplement, and also you can eat a lot of the things that have iron in it. You know what I mean? And go in a complement it, and you can take supplements of iron. But I want to tell you, I haven't been eating red meat in 27 years. I haven't touched red meat, and I actually cannot eat red meat. But I eat from time to time a little bit of cheese, though, we used to say that we're not necessarily meant to eat because it's not really that healthy for us. But from time to time I'm taking that, or, you know what I mean, I'm eating fish. So there are things that I'm doing because I want to make sure that I balance out. That there's nothing wrong with your health just because the iron is low. That is something you can fix right away. But work with the energy. No, I don't see having any health problems. What, on the contrary, I think that your field of energy is very healthy, very pure, very, I have a sense of you living a very healthy and very long life. And the way you think, the way you act is very significant too. I feel very good about you. So when I connect with somebody, my first way of connection with somebody is in the energy field. So I tap in the field of that person. So that gives me an indication of that person's state of mind, their soul evolution, who they are, how they think, how they interpret the world, how elevated their thinking is. And I feel very, very good about you. Do you have anything specific you want to ask me?
Yeah, this was my question, but actually when I'm talking to you, you are taking me so close for, I'm patient for the, the mantra music, the how to evolve how to elevate my biomagnetic field. I think this is one of my...
The field of energy you can elevate by working with your mind to increase the biofield of energy, working with your hands, working with salt, water. Take care of who you touch hands with, who you shake hands with, because sometimes, think of Pilate of Ponce washed the hands from the killing of Jesus Christ. So the hands are conduit of energy. Take bath with salt. Salt is the mineral that cleans the field of energy from toxicity coming from environment, from toxic people, from toxic words around you. So and also close your eyes and try to expand your field. Like imagine that your field is bigger and lighter and lighter and lighter. And also pay attention to your action, because if you create good action, like adopting a dog, feeding a homeless person, doing something from your heart for another human being, for a flower, from an animal, from honoring the planet, that's expanding your field of energy. That's why the so-called good action, good karma is so significant. Yeah, it's very good.
Actually, I read your book, Carmen. The karma one, and I brought the other one with the code, and I'm doing that for all my friends. I love it.
Good, my love.
Can I ask you something about...
Sure, please. Yes. Mm-hmm. Ask me. Sure.
Go ahead, Carmen.
No, I'm listening to what you have to ask. I'm listening to your question.
Yeah, can I ask you something about my daughter now? She's in grade 12. She wants to be a psychologist or a teacher. There is a time for her to take big decisions in her life. Do you see something for her? Do you want me to give her...
Oh, I do see her seeing... Give me her birthday, but I do see her becoming a great psychologist. I see her becoming a great mother in the future. I see her very strong, very stable. Field of energy is very healthy. She's a very good person. But what I like about your daughter is the strength. She's very strong. She's a strong woman. She's a strong soul. She's a strong character, and that's a big plus for her. Is she in a relationship with somebody?
No. Actually,
somebody comes in her life.
Person,
Even if she's shy, she meets a man who's brunette, relatively tall, very sweet, very kind, nice features of the face. I think he has an MG name, something like that resonates. I have an image of this man. Will make her very happy. It's somebody who she has a connection with. Yeah.
I'm so glad. So you said that
I feel like this man has lighter eyes, either blue eyes or something like this, though he's darker hair. He has an amazing, nice features of the face, very charming. But he's shy like her. They will be the perfect couple. So tell your daughter that there's wonderful things ahead. Yes, this is perfect for her. Okay,
my goodness, Carmen, this is so great news. Do you see something for my boy?
Invite me to my wedding. I will have to your wedding, to my wedding. I will. Yes. So I will come to your daughter's wedding when she's ready.
I will for sure. Do you see something for my boy? If it's not too much.
I can't, because I have like 6-7 people waiting. But if you call me next week, if you don't mind, and then we'll talk about your son. Is that okay? Okay, my love.
Yeah, well, sure.
I love you. I love you, Christina.
I love you, Carmen. I love you so much.
Okay, beautiful. Hi, Lisa from Chicago. How are you, my dear?
Hi, Carmen. Good. How are you?
I'm okay. Talking about how to work with the energy, how to bring into your life a person who has the same energy so that it's a match. Does this resonate with you?
Yes, if you could tell me that and just how to raise my energy and raise my vibration.
Well, there's many things. Keep your emotion in check, because when we exercise our body, but usually what we fail to do is exercise our emotions. Controlling emotions. Sometimes we cannot control emotions like frustration or sadness or sometimes anger or, we feed into those emotions and those are blockages in the energy field. So that's something that I don't recommend. I recommend you to do. So don't feed into those emotions. And I also want you to protect your energy. So I want you not to allow anybody to tap into your energy field. I feel like in your case, you're a very open person. And energy is like a bubble, So sometime without it becoming aware, you grant the opportunities to others to enter this energy bubble, And that is a fact. It has been affecting you through life. Probably you never realized. I don't know if you agree with me, but you must protect yourself. So you protect your energy by using the salt all the time, like consciously. We take bath, but we always forget to add the salt. The salt sometimes and vanilla in combination when you take a bath, that has an unimaginable effect on the biofield of energy. So I want you to do that constantly. And becoming aware, build the awareness of who enters your energy field. And because if somebody enters the energy field, the danger is that they leave a piece of themselves in your energy field, And I feel like in your energy field, there are pieces of other energy fields that you need to get them out, And it's a mental work. It's a constant work that you need to do to extract that, so you purify your field. And also think very well who you want to attract into. And if you love a certain person and that person is blocked, you need to have that person reconnect with you in the energy field, and that is going to be extremely easy. But the blockage is there, and you have to eliminate that wall of a blockage. It's of course a lot to talk, and unfortunately my time on the radio is really limited. But you have to see beyond the moment, like seeing beyond the moment, which is a great wisdom, but it can turn the energy around. Like understand that, hey, I'm trapped in a situation that is long for a while, for a year or two, but acknowledge that everything resolves itself in time. And this is the hardest thing to accept, that energy turns around. It doesn't stay stagnant. Energy moves. So if something has been stagnant, that is already a blockage. So don't allow stagnation. You have to break through the energy field to create the movement, to break through the obstacle. Does it make sense? So
I think so.
Yeah. So that's essential. Like being proactive, in erasing some sense of burden that you have sometimes. Like having a sense that your efforts are never moving in the right direction. And what are you going to do, to overcome the hardship that feels like it's coming from the universe, but it's actually not. So here is where you have a lot of work to do. And it's tiring and it's draining, but understand how energy affects you is significant, and finding that moment of peace. I want you to find every single day the 5 minutes of peace when you rebuild your energy, the so-called meditation in which you absorb, that cosmic energy to replenish what you're losing during the day and what you're losing sometimes by being in touch with people who give off bad energy, which can happen all the time, even at work, unfortunately. So you meet people who are constantly low spirits, and they create that space between you and your field. So that's something to talk for hours, but it's fascinating. I think I tap into your energy. I do believe that if you release some of the blockages, you're gonna be amazed how things will turn around after being stuck for quite a number of years, you know. But you haven't quite got there yet, you know.
Okay.
So, but I think you can get there, 100%.
So meditation and salt and vanilla baths. Is there anything else I should be doing?
So the work on where the things got stuck, at which level, like revisit where you think I got blocked. When you know something, the flow of energy was interrupted in between you and a certain person, in between you and unfortunately I'm going to the end of the show, and I want you to forgive me, all of you listening for me and waiting for the call, Bianca from Texas, Robin, Leilani, and all of you waiting for me. I promise I'll talk to you next week. Same time, same place, OMTime Radio. Thank you so much for listening. I love you, Lisa. So you guys call me next week and we'll continue the topic, and I'll be able to talk to you. So I adore you. I love you. Thank you for listening. I'm Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio.